So what's going on, everybody? This is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity, and my job is to invoke thoughts in your mind and to help awaken consciousness throughout the world, one person at a time. Now, this video is a little bit different. This goes back to one of my original videos about intermittent fasting. And when I went through my awakening back in September, I call it my awakening, my ascension process, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to do too much. I can be transparent, can I? Can I be transparent? I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do my intermittent fast, and I just wanted to eat. And I followed whatever I felt like doing. At the time, I didn't even really want to train people that much. I pretty much experienced some things when I stopped intermittent fasting, and I want to go over them with you. Now, if we're Instagram right now or Facebook, just go ahead and click on my link, subscribe to my channel so you can get the notifications. But if you're on YouTube, I'm going to get into some of these things right now, and I'm going to be really transparent with you in what I experienced when I stopped intermittent fasting. Now, I stopped intermittent fasting around the end of September, beginning of October, and I had been doing intermittent fasting for about 9 months straight, and I've been getting some great results from it. I'm talking about low body fat, muscle mass, immunity came up, digestion was great, performance on the court, recovery time, all that stuff was happening to me when I did intermittent fasting. And through my ascension process, I didn't really feel like doing it too much. Now, I look back on it now, and I regret a little bit, but I'm going to go over what happened to me when I stopped intermittent fasting. I believe intermittent fasting is the way of life. I believe the intermittent fasting really helps you out with, expanding your lifespan. And I'm going to go over the top 10 things that happened to me when I stopped intermittent fasting. The first thing I noticed is muscle loss, muscle mass loss. Around a month after weight training was over, only thing that I pretty much did was play basketball. I played basketball. And I realized that my weight, my muscle mass that I had gotten when I did intermittent fasting was decreasing. I stopped on my scale. My weight was decreasing. My muscle mass was decreasing. And I knew that my weight was decreasing because my muscle mass was decreasing, because muscle is more dense than body fat. It's like a rock to sand, solid muscle. And it was going down a little bit. I had lost around 7 pounds after the first 2 months, maybe month and a half. And I noticed that, that I was intermittent fasting. I was keeping my muscle tone because my body wanted to, increase my human growth hormone and to preserve my muscle. When I ate more and ate, more inconsistently, my body didn't want to do that. So I lost muscle in a sense. The next thing I really experienced was decreased focus. I was not really focused when I ate. And being that I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snack, or whatever you want to call it, my focus was not together. I was sharp when I was intermittent fasting. I was locked in. I was superhuman, and I could focus a lot easier when I was in my fasted state. When I was in my fed state all day long, I didn't focus. Now, what happens to you when you fast is your body wants to survive. Your body's very intelligent, and your brain pretty much turns on overdrive in a sense. I don't want to get into the scientific terms because maybe some people don't really understand intermittent fasting. But if you want to go into scientific terms, I went into the science behind intermittent fasting in my previous videos that you can check. But back to the point, pretty much your brain goes into overdrive, and it wants to it feels the need to work harder. So my senses were locked in when I was fasting, and I noticed that went down when I stopped fasting and I was in my fed state all day. The next thing that I noticed was increased appetite. After I trained my body to intermittent fast, I wasn't hungry only till the point where I had to eat. I really didn't have to eat, but I knew that my body needed the nutrients, the macronutrients that it needed to put the muscle on and lose the body fat, which I had lost when I was in my fasted state. My appetite increased because I started to train my body the old way over and over again, that it needed to eat every couple hours because it knew that it wasn't going to get, food, or it pretty much it pretty much didn't know when it was going to get food. So I was always I was always hungry. Now I'm going to do more research on this of why things happen to me that I don't quite understand. This is one of them, obviously. But my appetite increased. The next one this was a big one for me because I was pissed about this. Decreased performance. My performance decreased dramatically. Like, my performance was on some next level before. I was dunking. I was more agile. I was more focused on the basketball court. And my performance decreased. I wasn't as aggressive. And that has something to do with mental. My mental wasn't as sharp. My shot wasn't as not on. Like, my shot was on when I was fasted. Like, I always play ball in my fasted state because I always seen I got a boost of energy in my fasted state. And with this, I wasn't really fasted. So it was just like I was slower and I got tired more. And it was just like, I hate to play ball after I eat. So that's one thing I noticed. My performance was decreased. Another big thing that really bothered me was my decreased recovery time. When I fasted, my body actually got to heal properly. So I wasn't going through my Achilles injury and my knee injury and my hip injury and whatever injury that I ever had when I played basketball. But I noticed that when I played basketball, my recovery time was like a week or two over a couple days or over a day or over not even having to recover at all. And I realized that when I was in my fed state, I didn't give my body a chance to detox the tissue and the organs inside my body, which obviously push throughout your bloodstream, push throughout your joints. It's all about what you eat, to lubricate your muscles properly. And my body wasn't getting time to rest. So in the sense that my body wasn't healing like it ought to heal. Because when you do what your body's designed to do, then you heal a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I noticed. I just couldn't jump like I used to. And I had to think about it before I even touched the rim because I wasn't prepared to deal with having to recover like a long time. So I just didn't do certain things. So it decreased a lot of that, which means that my aging process sped up once again, like it does. And I'm about to be 34 in a couple weeks. I felt like I was 22 when I was intermittent fasting because I was doing things effortlessly that I was doing when I was younger. And when I got around 30, before I learned about intermittent fasting, it just all like hit me at once and it came right back. Now, this is a huge one. Digestion. My digestion pretty much was out of whack. I was getting like irritable bowel. Yes, I am being definitely transparent with you. I'm going to keep it real with you 100%. My stomach was always rumbling and grumbling. I was getting stomach aches, things of that nature. So my digestion, let me tell you why though. When you are in your fasted state, your digestion pretty much gets the chance to regenerate. Your cells and your intestines regenerate where your digestion is clearer and it's pretty much like kind of anew every single day. And you can detox properly. Your body's a natural detox if you actually didn't take the medication and the pills they like to give you or the cleanses. You can actually do it yourself when you intermittent fast. So with me, when I stopped letting my body detox over and over again, it pretty much was a ripple effect to everything, which leads me to my next point. My immunity broke down. Back in the summer when I was doing intermittent fasting, I had experienced my first summer intermittent fasting, and I wasn't getting the allergies that I got before when I intermittent fast. I could literally mow a lawn and I wasn't getting the sniffles, my eyes wasn't getting red. But with this, my immunity broke down. I had eczema when I was a kid, and I got it again. I was catching colds. I was getting the sniffles, runny noses, and it was terrible. It was like I was getting sick when I stopped intermittent fasting, or I was just doing what my body wasn't designed to do like most other people, and I was getting the results of what normally I would get if I didn't intermittent fast. So it broke down my immunity because my body wasn't healing and detoxing properly, which obviously slowed up my aging process. Another one is my skin. My skin started to break out once again like it was before. If you look in a previous video on my Instagram, my skin was really broken out around a certain time that I made a video. I had stopped intermittent fasting like a week prior to that, and my skin was like all bumpy and stuff. Right now it's very clear. It's very smooth, and I love that right now. But before, because I'm obviously back on intermittent fasting, before my skin, when I stopped intermittent fasting, my skin was just like breaking out, and it wasn't good. My eczema was breaking out, and it didn't look healthy. Right now, I feel like I have a glow because I'm right back to intermittent fasting like I was before, and that shows that if your body detoxes properly, your skin will obviously be clearer. Another one is the stress of worrying about eating. Oh my God, I was stressed about worrying about eating. I got used to not having to worry about prepping, 6 meals a day. It got easy. But when I stopped intermittent fasting, I had to worry about eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which added to the stress of my life because it slowed me down. And when I intermittent fast, I was able to move around, not worry about eating, because I knew that I would eat like twice a day. Later in the day, I had my fasted window, set, and I was good. Now, my window was 16 to 8, 18 or 6 or 20 and 4. If you don't know what that is, you pretty much, you fast for 16, you eat for 8, or you fast for 18, you eat for 6, or you fast for 20, or you eat for 4. And I do one 24-hour fast, which means you don't eat for the whole day. And at the end of 24 hours, you eat one giant meal and then go back to your 16 to 8 fast. Besides that, that's what I experienced. And another thing I experienced is my body fat gain. My body fat rose a couple percent. When I was intermittent fasting, if you look at my previous video, I was cut all around the chest. That was around like 10%. When my body fat rose, because when you lose body fat in a caloric deficit, being that I was always in a fed state, I was never in a caloric deficit, which means that my body fat obviously rose, and I lost my abs like off the bat, like boom, lost them. Because the presence of body fat is the disappearance of muscle. The presence of muscle is the disappearance of body fat. Pretty much back and forth with that. So when I pretty much lost my muscle, I gained the body fat. That's how it worked. So pretty much that's my 10 reasons of my intermittent fasting stopping it. I'm not stopping it anymore. My ascension is great. I'm feeling excellent. Like I say, my job is to awaken the consciousness. I'm going to put up more videos of all kinds of stuff this year. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm educating myself and reading more. I'm loving life. I'm just enjoying it as it goes along. I'm also going to put up a video of roots and supplements and natural things that you can take and eat, and I'm going to go into the science behind each and every one of those so you can actually know. I'm not going to sit here and show you that I'm healthy and not really give you much options to eat other than what you're eating right now. So the next video I'm going to make is going to be about the Viagra of the roots. I know you're going to like that, fellas. And it actually benefits females as well. It's called MACA powder. If you want to look it up right now. But I'm going to make a full video about MACA powder, MACA root, the MACA supplement, and pretty much that's my video today. If you have any questions, subscribe, shoot a like, ask some comments, ask some questions. Email me at intensityfitness@outlook.com. Email me from intensityfitnessclub.com. You're looking for a coach, looking to get in shape, hit me up. Let's cook that bacon. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy every day, and all you got to do every single day is try to make yourself better just for that day. And at the end of 1 year, you'll be almost 100% more than what you were that year before. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because life is here. You're here right now, and just enjoy it while it lasts. Don't put too much stress on yourself. Everybody have a great day. Wake up. Let's go, y'all.